Congressman Pat Meehan is holding a hearing today in Washington on the terror threat in Pakistan.
And he's here now to talk about it with us. Good morning, Congressman.
Good morning.
How are you?
Hey, good morning. Great to be with you again this morning.
Well, we know with this hearing today, you've got lots of questions, and I think one of the themes of these questions with what happened with the killing of Osama bin Laden is, how was this guy able to not only build a mansion, but live in it for a while when we thought he was in a cave for all these years?
Well, that's certainly going to emerge as one of the leading questions that's coming out, not just out of Washington, but across the country. You know, our focus has been to look across the region at the nature of the threat, and we had chosen to look at the threat that comes out of Pakistan, and then the remarkable circumstances over the weekend have made it more relevant. What has been discovered in the meantime about Osama bin Laden not being in the caves of Tora Bora, but being so close to a major population center is certainly raising a lot of concerns on the part of people of, how could he have been in that kind of a compound and not come to the attention of somebody who may have known or should have known.
What does your gut tell you? I mean, do you think they were aware of his location? And then how high does it go? Because there are so many people now who are saying, you know what, are these Pakistani, these security forces really doing all they can to root out terrorists?
Well, these are questions we're going to ask, and we're going to ask some of the folks who are actually they study the area. Ultimately, I think these are questions that I know the intelligence director raised the other day. John Brennan mentioned from Homeland specifically, and I think they're going to be asked of the Pakistani officials. At this point in time, part of the explanation just appears to be that, we missed it.
Yeah, they're denying that they knew he was there. If it comes out, if you're able to dig this up and find out that Pakistan was harboring this terrorist, what kind of penalties do you look at for this country? I mean, the U.S. has been trying to get better relations with Pakistan. What happens if we find out that they knew all along he was there?
Well, this is a complex relationship. I think if they found out he knew all along he was there, it's going to have very serious repercussions. But this is a very complex relationship with Pakistan. They are a key ally in our fight against terrorism and have been not only generators of important intelligence to us, they've lost more of their own military in the fight against al-Qaeda than virtually any other nation. And as a result, they have a commitment to fighting al-Qaeda, but they have very different interests sometimes than the United States as they look at their survival within a very, very tense region with India on one side and unstable Afghanistan on the other. More significantly for our interests, they're a nuclear power. And at this point in time, a government, albeit one that sometimes seems a little less than stable, is also one that is responsibly overseeing those nuclear weapons. We have a great interest in long-term stability in that region, and Pakistan is very much like one of those neighbors. You can't really live with them, but you can't live without them. Yeah. Why shouldn't be, until we get answers to these questions. The fact is, if you go back from the early 50s through the 60s, Pakistan has been a strong ally to the West, to the United States. But they're living in a very complicated region.
We had former Congressman Pat Murphy on yesterday. I have to tell you, I'm learning a lot as well. I didn't realize that we were paying them so much money to help with security and intelligence, billions of dollars. I mean, are we going to take a second look at that, or is that something that we will have to, especially in the wake of what you're just talking about, continue to do?
No, that is being questioned. That's part of the Lugar bill, the Kerry-Lugar bill. They've actually increased some of the funding, but again, that has been designed to go towards a variety of things, but including not just military support, but it's supposed to go down and help affect some of the sort of nation building.
Right,
the concern is that not much of it gets beyond the military, so we don't get any impact. One of the things that we did was a great deal of flood relief. And the United States doesn't get credit for that because we put all of our efforts through the United Nations. So there are, we've done a great deal, but the United States is not popular in Pakistan among the citizens.
Can I really quickly get your take on my Facebook page this morning? I asked some of our viewers, in the wake of everything going on, what's on your mind? And immediately people are talking about the burial of Osama bin Laden. What do you think about that? Some people say they don't like the fact that he was buried at sea, and they want proof. We need to see pictures. What's your thought?
Oh, I think there's clear proof, and I can attest to from those who have specifically seen the films and others. I'm not concerned about that, and I think it was also prudent to do it in according to the Muslim tradition. Thirdly, the idea that it would not create a shrine for Obama to which others would rally around in the future, the jihadists. I think it was all well done and prudent.
You think they're going to release pictures anytime soon, or video, or what do you think?
Yeah, my guess is. Yeah, my guess is you heard John Brennan and others mention that they are looking to be able to release information. They're even looking now to see what kinds of further information they can talk about that they were able to retrieve from, from the mansion. My sense is that they will look to try to release a photograph, but there may have been, in the immediate aftermath of this incident, a desire not to, in effect, parade the photograph around, because it could have a, negative effect in certain parts of the world that we don't want to raise more issues.
We do have to think about the thousands and thousands of troops that are still over there.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Congressman, we
That's
hope you...
issue number one.
Yeah. We hope you find some answers in these hearings, and we always appreciate your time.
Yeah, come back and talk to us in the morning.
Happy to do it. Thanks for having me.
All right.